My name is Mike Akins, and today I'm here with Aldo with AK Building and Design. Aldo, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Aldo, how did you get started?
Well, I got a building construction degree from the University of Florida. Prior to that, when I was a child growing up, my father ran a very large custom cabinetry company, and I found myself on job sites from the time I was 9 years old, doing cabinets, not in homes of this elaborate size and style, but again, custom homes. Some were tiny little homes, it was up in the Northeast in New Jersey. Some of these houses were, 1,200 square feet, but then some of them were 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 square feet. So I found myself always involved in the construction industry. Got my degree in building construction, started out in commercial work, and one of the companies that I worked for did mostly commercial, but some residential. And once I started doing the residential, I knew that that was my passion, and I didn't want to do commercial work anymore. So I ended up going to work for a builder that only did residential, kind of really honed my trade, learned more about the local market, and then after about 5 years there, running that company for him, I had the opportunity to go off on my own and started with one project, which led to another project. I became the initial person I went to build for, became my partner and my marketing wing, so to speak, and he continued to find me work, and even to this day, whether directly or indirectly, find me work. Not looking to be the biggest builder, not looking to be the smallest builder, I just want to have the right amount of work that I feel I can keep my finger on the pulse. That's what's really important to me, is being involved from start to finish.
And I think we're certainly standing in a dream home today. Tell me what this client was looking for when they first started out with this home and what they ended up with.
The original process for this was to build, not a replica, but somewhat of a replica of a home they already had. They just wanted more land and a bigger home. Well, as the process went on, they decided, they really wanted something more, and they wanted it to be a little more elaborate and a little more extensive in their design. And that's where we ended up today.
And speaking of being elaborate, certainly a beautiful home on the exterior. What was the look they were going for on the outside of this home, and what were some of the products we used out there?
To go for that grand estate look, as you look at some of the exterior landscape and hardscape, you can see it, gives the reminiscent of a grand estate of the past, with the balustrade on the patio and the fountains, the long reflecting pools. And there's a lot of mixture of materials. We have coquina stone, precast concrete, limestone patios, a very diverse mixture of materials.
Coming into the home, I know that grandiose feel really comes into the home as well. Tell me what they were looking for.
The entry, custom-made iron and glass door. It's being in Florida, everything has to be impact rated. And then into the living room where you've got the grand fireplace wall. To go to more of a contemporary, you'll see there's some rooms turn towards a little contemporary feel, whereas others goes more into traditional feel. And they wanted that contemporary, clean fireplace wall, looking out to the backyard with the pool centered off the main windows all the way down to the lake.
In the room we're standing in right now, this is the main living space and really the gathering space for the family, if you will. Tell me what style they were going for and what they were looking to do.
Clean, open. Again, I would go with the word transitional, not traditional, not contemporary, more like a transitional style. Open, clean, the pocket doors open out, pocket all the way open to the patio to create an outdoor-indoor living space. You've got the kitchen right behind us, and the breakfast, a large breakfast room that could serve as a dining room if need be. But a very comfortable sitting area, family room. Like you said, this is the main gathering spot. You've got your bar, you've got your breakfast, you've got a space that opens to the outside, outdoor fireplace, outdoor entertainment, your barbecue area, all within 20 steps of the main kitchen.
And tell me about some of the products that were used in this area.
As far as the kitchen goes, the clients specifically selected each piece of equipment from Ferguson Enterprises. They went with Sub-Zero on their refrigerators and Mealy for their coffee, all their granites. The countertops are actually a glass countertop. It looks like a white marble, but it's actually glass. They specifically picked all those. Their backsplashes were custom done by their interior designer. And from the floor to the ceiling, everything was thought out and done by the client. either with myself directly or with the interior designer input.
Sounds like you're really listening to your clients and really understanding their wants and needs. I think that's more apparent in some other areas of this home. Tell me what they were looking for in the master bath and their master suite.
Well, the master bath started out being, we were just going to use 24 by 24 marble floors, and ended up, instead of just doing your standard 24 by 24 pattern, as you'll see, it's all in slab. The entire bathroom was done with, the main bathroom is 4 slabs with 2 small slabs for the toilet rooms, and even the shower wall, and you'll see the book matching of the slabs, and it turned out to be tremendous, as opposed to what you see even in a standard custom home. You'll still see 24 by 24 tiles, 36 by 36 tiles. Doing it with the slab material made that a wow factor. And then again, they're not opulent people. They didn't want this over-the-top master bedroom. It's a very comfortable, casual feel.
I notice overall in this home a very large space. I notice a lot of tricks that you may have used really to define those spaces. Tell me a little bit about your thought process with that.
Again, working directly in conjunction with the interior designer's plan and the homeowners, we worked with our suppliers. There were a lot of selections that were changed through the process, whether it be from material availability, timing, cost, whatever the fact may be. But the designer played a strong role in defining what she wanted in each space.
And I know that a lot of these spaces really tie into the outside and are really highlighting that South Florida living style. Tell me a little bit about the pools and the outside living area here.
As you'll see, it's pretty dramatic. They decided to really up the ante, so to speak, on what they were going to do on the outside. We have a 25 by 50 main pool with a vanishing edge, giving that illusion of dumping the water directly into the lake behind the property. And then on either end, we have somewhat of a mirror vision of reflecting ponds, one that leads to a jacuzzi, the other that leads to a fountain and a trellis area. So from above, you get that feel of a little bit of a symmetry. They're not, even though they're not exactly the same size and shape, but they give that appearance of symmetry. And then the dramatic steps down to the grass, to the large backyard.
Building a home can be a daunting task, and it sounds like you're really providing a wonderful service for a lot of your homeowners. Maybe you can bring me a little bit through your process and what someone can expect from start to finish.
I like to get involved during the design process and work with the architect. It just makes it where we're not designing the home, then pricing it out, or looking at it from a builder standpoint or a construction standpoint. Oh, we need to now change all these things. I know how much things cost. I know what, and I know what the budget that my clients want to spend. That's why I believe getting involved on the front end is very important, and I try to do that with most of my jobs, and including this home, and like I said, all the homes that we're featuring, we're done that way.
Sounds like you've really done a wonderful job of tying all those people in together and ending up with the dream home that your clients are looking for. Tell me how that came to be.
I've worked in the construction industry for over 20 years, and with different bosses, and now on my own for the last 12. You take bits and pieces of what they teach you, and the biggest thing I've taken from other places I've worked is that, again, we talked about it earlier, giving the client what they want, not what you want. I can build anything. I can build a doghouse, or I can build the penthouse, and it's what the client wants, and giving them their needs. Actually working on a marketing book that talks about how to build a custom home. And the reason I got involved in it is because I read through the book, and it was my philosophy exactly. We're making changes so it meets the details of my business, but he felt the same way. Get involved in the front end, give your client what they want, use your expertise of building multiple homes of different sizes, shapes, styles, and then give them your opinions, but in the long run, let the client do what they want.
Aldo, tell me what it means to you to be a true custom home builder.
Being a custom home builder to me is giving people their dream home, not something they saw in someone else's house, but their dream home. I've been involved since I was a child on custom residences with my father and with other companies I've worked for, and it became my passion to be able to give people what they want, not what somebody wants to give them.
It sounds like you've, again, really listened to your clients and put their ideas and their dreams within their home. If somebody did want to get in touch with AK Building and Design and choose to build with you, what would be the best way for them to do that?
You know, going to the website, we have, websites available, has all of our contact information, calling the office, flagging me down on the street if I'm in the community, whatever it takes. Like I said, try and keep our building in a smaller area so I can have more of a tie into each project. I try not to go too far at any given time and be 30, 40 miles apart from my job at a time.
Aldo, it's been a pleasure having you on the show. I want to thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.